Hello everybody, welcome back to Astroneer, where today, off camera, I've done a little bit of work, mostly making some hydrazine and some soil components for us. But today's going to be a little different. I'm actually going to be time-lapsing my digs to the core, starting with Calidor. So you guys will see a nice time-lapsed video, most likely, probably, hopefully. But we're starting off here at Calidor, and I'm gonna say, editor me, cut to the time lapse. this should be editor me cutting back in after the dig time lapse. I need to take a trip out to Silva. Let's do that, and I will come back with some power extenders. I should probably bring those along to the rest of the missions too. So there's Glacio, Novus, Desolo, Silva. There we go. So heading out to Silva, pick up some power extenders. Should be fairly simple considering it's just copper, I think. But power extenders, so I can go ahead and power up the prism there. And then I need to see what material we're going to need for the core of Desolo. Let me rip that off and pop that into here. Please go ahead and scan this. Alright. Power extenders are copper. Do we have copper around anywhere? Yes. Alright, cool. I do have some macolites that I'll actually go and put in the storage. Which storage was it there? Pop that in there. I got some wolframite that I don't think I have storage for right now. So I'll just put it down somewhere. Right there. Alright. So now that I got some of that, where are the power extenders? Solar power extenders, here we go. So we'll use these to power up the bases. I'm gonna and we need some more hydrazine. Here we go. Oh, crap. Crap, sorry. Damn it. There we go. Alright, we'll pop that onto there. So now, because I made so much hydrazine, let's quickly go back to Calidor. Maybe we can even grab the Calidor shells while we're here as well. And I don't see why not. Alrighty. Come on back here. Where is home base? Is up there, actually. Alright. So, I guess let's go ahead and get this thing powered up. Also, yes, I did plant and attack this. They are my friend, and I will name them Gerald. Alright. So it's V to use these, right? Is it? I guess I'll just use these the old-fashioned way then. Pop them off there. So you can't reach to there. Let's plug that there. Alright. And then pull this a little further until the wire goes taut. We should have enough to do this. Let me... Ah, crap. Sometimes these are so difficult to use. Do I need to hold this and then press V or something? No? Okay. I guess they just don't want to work. But either way, I'll add another one here. Move it a little closer. That wire still looks to be good. And then this one can reach from there. Alright. So that is gonna be enough power, probably. Boom. Alright. Now when I got to the core, I realized something weird. That the core itself was still closed off. So I don't know why. So I'm seeing if this will open up the core. And kaboom. We have action, baby. Alright. Let's pick these back up. And I'm going to shove these back onto the ship for me to carry around for the next mission. which is still gonna take a while. So, let's head down to the core and see what we need. Because I think... I don't know what it was. All I know is that I couldn't see it clearly from where I was standing. So, let's get back down to the core. Luckily, it is a fairly quick surfing road down. I did not plan for this, but you know what? If it works, it works. Alright. We are starting to lose momentum, methinks. So it was over here. Alright. Surfed all the way to the mantle there. Alright. Now, what is going to be a bummer is the fact that I have to walk all the way back up here if... Actually, I don't have anything on me, so no matter what, I need to walk all the way back up. So let's see what I'm going to need, and if the core is even open. Ooh, no. Took a little bit of a flight lesson there, it seems. Alright, down here we go. I did find an Attactus down here. It was like a spiky Attactus, I think it was. That's the one that's grown by the base, so... That's doing good. Also, I want to make a biodome. As I looked at a video about Megatech, I tried my best to keep myself unspoiled for, you know, the upgrade materials and all that, and what we're going to need. But the biodome and the museum seem to be extremely helpful add-ons. I don't know why we floated down like that, but you know what? That's fine. So, let's see what kind of riches we need to open up this core. Maybe picking up some Astroneer while we're here would not be a bad plan, because there seems to be a lot of it. I don't know why I'm floating like this. I think it's just the core proximity. For that. Alright. And... hooray! I mean, there's a lot of Astroneer right here. Let's actually pick this up while I'm here, because why not? Alright. It'll at least widen up the path for us a little later on. There we go. 2 Astroneer ought to be good. So yes, that did open up the core. So I cannot get into the core until I open the first prism. Gotcha. So, let's... Oh my god. I guess that worked. What are you? You need... What? What the heck? Okay, so it's none of the basic ones. No. None of these. It... Oh, it wants explosive powder. How the hell do we get explosive powder? Huh? Okay then. Whoa, 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 game. Calm your roll. I'm looking for the tendril that I made the little platform at. That's the way back. There. Alright. So I guess, since we don't have what can we call it? The atmospheric condensers here, we could take a trip out to Atrox to get that one started. And then come back with the stuff to make it, because I do believe that one was sulfur and carbon, I think. Come on. This worked last time. Let me out. Boy. Why am I still stuck to the core? Let me out of here. There we go. Okay. So I guess editor me cut to me hopping back out of the hole here. Got back in. Alright, so we are back here at the surface of Calidor. Got 16 launches left So let's make our way to our Atrox base and figure out what to do from there. Where is... there's Atrox. So Atrox, we have an Atmo condenser, and I could probably start on dealing with the dig down and our first prism. So, where is home? It's really hard to see through all this fog. That's not, there it is. Alright. Let's head on down and say hi. Wow, it has been forever. Alright, back here on Atrox. So things have been slowly generating. Let's set that to the side. So I need sulfur, right? I do believe that's the case. Yeah, 2 carbon and sulfur. Also, that reminds me. I wanted to unlock the large fluid and soil canister, as well as the gas canister. So we need some sulfur ASAP. We only really need 1 piece of it, though. I don't know why I keep getting caught on terrain here. Like, where am I getting caught? Right here. Let's build up a bit on that and smooth it out. Good now, game? Nope. I don't know what it is about this spot. It just doesn't like me. Alright, that should be enough to make everything we need with it. So now, let's go and grab some organic. Should be easy considering we're on Atrox. Or not. Why? Come on. I want an organic. Give organic. Wow, this moon is being stingy. Oh, no, this isn't a moon. This is an actual planet. Which makes it even weirder that it's being so stingy. So I guess let's head over here and try to pick up some of this organic grass here. Alright. Come on. One more organic. Come on. There we go. Oh, this planet is really tough to live on, huh? Maybe we need an actual RTG or something. Who knows? But let's load up these guys. Can this connect directly to here? It can. Alright, are both these on? They are. So we'll do this, this, and that. Get this started up. And this should mean that the core for here is going to be open. Let's take that sulfur and pop it onto the ship. And kaboom. Kaboom. There we go. Alright. So now that that's all ready, I think we can start making our way down into Atrox. Because I do want to make use of this time here. So I'm going to say, I'm going to drop off these real quick. And say, editor me, cut to the time lapse. Alright, so you may be wondering why I'm back on Silva. So that's because I realized that I had none of the materials to make anything out there, so I came back home so I can craft the materials that I'm going to need for the 2 awakenings that we can do right now. And that is Atrox and Calidor. Working on Calidor's one there because we've already got Atrox's right here. That should be good for that. I'm just waiting for this organic to finish up. And then I can take this and we can go ahead and make the last explosive powder that I'm going to need for Calidor. Alright, there we go. And now, because you guys probably don't know this, but I've been recording for nearly 3 hours now, this is where we're going to stop this episode after we're done awakening these 2 planets. Because holy crap, I did not realize it would take this long to just get to the core of just 2 planets. It took over an hour and a half. Mostly of me coming back up for tethers, so maybe I need to pack more tethers. Or maybe I need to get a mobile oxygenator or something. I don't know. But either way, you've got 2 nuglets of explosive powder. You've got 1... Actually, I'm realizing, is this going to be enough hydrogen? I feel like worst case scenario it's not. But if it's not, I am just going to need to be okay with it. So, first stop is going to be Atrox. Just because that one was atrocious to deal with. Let's go down here, deal with Atrox. Right through the sun. Where is... there. Base. Because then if push comes to shove, I could always come back and get some more hydrogen. So it was hydrogen, right? Yeah. So I'm trying to remember what material it needed. It needed hydrogen. And that was so annoying because it's the only thing you can't get here on Atrox. It's the only one of the gases you can't get on Atrox. I'm gonna put these away real quick so I don't lose them if I were to come to blows down here. So, I know you guys have seen the pathway down in the speed lapse, time lapse stuff, but here's the full path down on the way through, I guess. So, if all goes right, we'll be able to activate Atrox, and I'll be able to teleport my way back up. If it needs more than one thing, hydrogen, I am going to be very, very sad and have to come back to this another day because it is already nearly 3 a.m. as of recording this. So, yeah. I've spent too long doing this. But, let's get down here, set this up, and then on our way back to Silva, we can also activate Calidor. Actually, since a few of the next missions are going to be on Desalo, I could probably park the ship on Desalo and then just ride the teleport system back to base. And whilst I'm up there, I can put away these 2 activation crystals. I think that sounds like a plan. Alright. So, we're almost down there, I think. I think we're almost down there. Because I did try to stay very cautious with a lot of these. Because Atrox is hella dangerous. I mean, there's Hispanes and Spewflowers down here. I don't want to be messing with any of those. Much less right in my face. Alright, here's the core level. I think, yeah, I was still surfing. Which reminds me, I can't wait until we unlock the hoverboard. I don't know how to go about that, but I do recall, while I was looking at the wiki, that one of the Desalo missions starts giving us progress towards it. So, yeah. Let's head on down. Hopefully this helium gets us 2 of the nodes And I don't have to come back with another canister of helium. Not helium, hydrogen. But as of right now, we're core side. I do really like how exposed that core route is. It makes it a lot easier to find. So, let's come on in and see what we're dealing with. Because down there is the activation stand. Let's head on in. Wow, that was smooth. Alright. So this... yeah, it needs the whole one. Okay. Of course it does. Why wouldn't it? But either way, now we can teleport from here to Silva to get another one. So, let's pop this into here. Actually, isn't it also on Novus? I feel like it'd make more sense to go to the unlock Crisp Princess? Unlock the Trox. Alright. Let's actually take a real quick trip out to the satellite. I just realized, can I even teleport back here? Because I don't have it activated in here. If I just lost my ship, I'm going to be pissed. Where is that a Trox? Yes, that's a Trox, okay. Thank goodness! Let's head out to Novus, pick up some hydrogen. I do believe it was here on Novus as well. If not, I may need to take the long trek between here and home base again. Ow, my ankles. Alright, can I access this from here? No. Okay, well. At least it told me, so. Whoa, okay. Grav no likes me today. Let's head up to the base, lag a little bit. I just need one more canister of hydrogen, which I should have in here. It just is not going to be a full canister right now. I need to wait a little bit on that one. It shouldn't be too bad, because I actually made a large battery for over here. Did I? No, I took the hydrogen with me. Okay, well, I guess at order me cut till this is done. I'm gonna get some work done in the meantime. Let me cut back in. Alright. We have our hydrogen. Let's get the hell back to Atrox. Get our secondary node. Head back out. And then finally I can end out this episode. It is 3 a.m. Alright. Thank you. Even the game is being nice to me now. Oh my goodness. We head out to Atrox. Just right there. Oh, having this system is going to be so nice for transporting small items. Alright, Atrox. Come on. Ow. Alright. Gimme, gimme. Thank you kindly. Engraved with Atrox's signature, we move on. Straight to Calidor this time. So we head up. And then on my way through from Desolo to Silva, I will probably deposit these. So now that I'm back, let's hop in the ship and start heading out towards Calidor. Alright, Calidor is right there. Perfect. So this will be 2 new additions to our teleportation network. Both of which are decent. Well, one of which is a decent addition. This one is just kind of here. I'm just doing Calidor for the fact that Calidor exists, and it would make it look very nice to just have the full line done already. So, let's head on out. Does this float? No, it doesn't. it has a very weighty sound. I'm going to set this here to make sure that if I die, I don't lose it. And we're heading down to Calidor Core. Calidor Core. I need to work on my speeching a little better. Alright. So we've got 2 explosive powder on us. Perfect for making 2 Calidor Awakening fragments. Come on. At least this one was fairly smooth here. I'm able to surf most of the way down already. Alright, I do believe it was down this way. Alright. I do remember this one because I got attacked by an Attactus on my way through at the end. Alright, up and over. Now, if I didn't already have the achievement for sliding for 10 seconds, I'd probably already have it by now. Alright. So let's keep on going. Take the slide to the side here, not off to the pit. Actually, over here was where I found the Attactus. The Attactus that actually now lives at the base. I want to name him Gerald? Henry? I don't know. If you guys have a cool name for the Attactus by the base, let me know. I might move them to a greenhouse eventually, so who knows. I still need to know how that greenhouse works in its entirety, because I watched a short video on it, because it was, me trying to figure out what the hell I was doing with Megatech stuff. Turns out I am just far too poor to be doing anything Megatech right now. So, we're going to be dealing with these, so I can actually start bringing materials to other planets. Alright. Bonk my head along the way here. And there's a core root square ahead. Hooray. Alright. And hug the core. Ow, really? Did that break my ankles? What the hell? I thought the core was supposed to hug me back, not slap me. Alright, so now the core is open, which is, thankfully, what we needed here. So let's hop down, and other side has the bits. So let's come on over. There we go. Now, eat the explosive powder. There we go. So now we walk up the side and give it the crystal. Kaboom. And we're golden. Now, the reason I didn't get all those unlocks there was because Calidor was actually one of the ones that I have unlocked on another save file from before all these updates have come out. But now we're actually linking them all together in one main save, which I'm very happy. Ow! Fine, Calidor, have it your way. Okay. I was like, where the heck's the one that I lit up? I know I lit one up because I couldn't be in here otherwise. Right there. It was like at the bottom of the planet. Oh, pfft. Just had to do a flip for style points, apparently. Alright. So now, we yoink up all of these, head out to Decilo, because I have plans for Decilo in a moment. But that'll be for next episode, because, damn it, it is nearly 3:30. I've spent far too long doing this. Hopefully this is a watchable video by the end. I am hoping in my heart of hearts that this is a watchable video. Alright, let's land here, and then on our way through the satellite, we'll go in and deposit our 2 geotripograph, whatever things, tripograph bits. Our little doodads. I'm also realizing I also left my QTRTG back on Calidor. So that's the thing I need to go and grab again off camera. It's fine. We're fine. Alright. Please don't break my ankles. There we go. Welcome back, Decilo. I'm heading to the satellite. Alright. So, we're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. Let's see. So Atrox should be the one that's all the way on the outside here. Isn't it? Yeah. Alright. So we've already got Atrox. Nope, that's Atrox. Whoa. Alright. And then this one must be... Yep. No, that's not it. Wait, what? What the hell are you then? This isn't... Yeah. Is it Venecia? I don't know. Where the hell is... Is it this one? Got the 3 nodules with a big triangle in the middle. 3 nodules with a triangle. Yeah, okay. So I guess Calidor goes here. Alright. We're getting into alignment, but what the hell goes here? 3 orbs. And then there's this one. It says, I think this one is Glacio. Since this one was Novus, I feel like this one might be Venecia. Well, looks like I've got my work cut out for me next episode then. So now that we've got all these unlocked, let's head out to Silva and end off this episode. Oh my god. I need to go get some sleep. Actually, I'm just realizing I'm going to need to walk all the way back from Silva. So I didn't use my ship. You know what? I'm just going to pit stop at Decilo and just leave the episode there. So that way I can deal with all those problems in the morning. So. Yep. Let's TP out to Decilo. Then we're going to make plans to start dealing with the last of the planets next episode. So we have Venecia and Glacio, both of which have materials that I am in need of. So that's good we get them out of the way. But actually, those will be our last nodules to activate. I wonder what happens to the satellite after that. But in the meantime, I am going to bed. So, I'd like to thank you all so much for watching this episode of Astroneer. And yeah, see you all in the next one. Good. Bye, everybody.